Right. How to predict football better than 99% of sports bettors. Alright, for the new season, of course. So it's an interesting video topic. It's an interesting discussion we're about to have. However, you must realize one thing. This video will either be the best video you watch about sports betting, or the worst video you watch about sports betting, or it will fall somewhere in between the best and the worst. That is a promise, an absolute promise. It is up to you to categorize it after watching the video, okay? Allow me to quote Albert Einstein when he said insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. When I say this, it pains me to realize some of you are already committing the offenses that you committed last season that made you lose bets. So this new season, the main reason why I am providing this video, sharing you this amazing content, is to allow you be in a position to predict football better, win better this season, and of course, master the art of football prediction and be in a position to be better than 99% of sports bettors. Because when you talk about sports bettors, 99% of sports bettors do not win or make profit. So when you are able to predict better than 99% of sports bettors, then of course, you're going to be having a successful football season, 2024-2025 season. So let us get into business. The single best way to predict football for the new season, how will you benefit? You're probably asking yourself that question right now. You will benefit by mastering the art of football prediction and predicting better than 99% of sports bettors. Of course, the only reason why you're going to benefit is because you will be predicting and betting on the top 5 football leagues. We're talking about top 5 popular leagues. What are the top 5 popular football leagues? Do you know them? Do you know them? In the comment section, let me know them. All right? I know depending on where you are from, you might be from China, Europe, so it will vary, but universally, or talking about globally, I expect it to be the same, unless you're having a doctrine of sports betting that we don't know about, that we have never heard about. But common sense dictates the 5 popular leagues in the world of sports betting. We have England Premier League, Spain La Liga, France Ligue 1, Italy Serie A, Germany Bundesliga. Now, be very keen, be very attentive. This very next part is important. Allow me to tell you the reason why you are losing last season. Last season you are losing because alright. Last season you are losing because you never knew which leagues to bet on. I've already told you the leagues you're supposed to bet on. Right? Last season you are losing because you never knew which matches to bet on, which teams to bet on, which outcomes to focus on, when to bet on those games. And of course, the finer details were lacking in your world or scope of sports betting. And with this video, when you listen carefully, when you stick around till the very last minute, you're going to witness a massive change. The reason why I am so proud of sharing this video is due to the fact it is a video that is built on a strategy that has worked for me. Last season, we're talking about the first earlier game weeks. The first earlier game weeks, there were 10 game weeks in total. Using this strategy, I was able to nail bets, win bets back-to-back, cash out back-to-back, and record massive amount of profits just within the first 10 game weeks. And I want to believe when you follow this strategy till the very last minute, you're also going to be in a position to win like me. And when I say win like me, I know I win better than 99% of the people betting. So, of course, you're going to get into the 1%. So let us get started, all right? Which leagues are we betting on? Let us begin with the England Premier League, right? This is the very first league we have to go over. Now, when you go through the England Premier League, you must realize it is known for over 1.5 games. And when you talk about over 1.5 games, I have given you the data containing games to consider for over 1.5 matches this season. Last season, of course, we had Tottenham recording 37 out of the 38 games played. All of them ended in over 1.5 goals. So you already know that Tottenham is a perfect candidate. So when you see Tottenham playing, you don't have to waste time going through unnecessary data. You only need to confirm, are the goal scorers present? Who is missing? And where are they playing? Why are they playing, right? And after that, you are able to bet on the over 1.5 market easily. You know, the reason why you lose in sports betting is because you complicate the whole process. Betting is easy. And by following these, the best teams to bet on, over 1.5 goals in the England Premier League, save this data. I will be updating it after the first 10 game week, so be available. So subscribe, turn on notifications, because after the first 10 game weeks of the 2024-2025 football season, I will update it so that you stay on track and avoid using outdated or obsolete data when making your predictions. Okay? So, that is said. Last season, we had Tottenham being the best team in England Premier League for over 2.5 goals. Out of the 38 matches they played, 30 of them had over 2.5 goals in their matches. So that is incredible. You already know that. And going over or continuing through England Premier League, you also realize that there is another market, profitable market to bet on. And the profitable market to bet on is over 0.5 goals market scored by a single team. When you talk about Chelsea, in their last 5 games they've played at the time of recording this video, all of them, they scored over 0.5 goals. Manchester City, in their last 5 games they've played at the time of recording this video, they recorded over 0.5 goals. Now this data, as I share it, some of you might think it's only based on the last 5 games. No. I have compiled and gone over their performance last season, how many matches they were able to produce over 0.5 goals, and I saw that they are the fit candidates this season to consider for over 0.5 goals when we bet on the England Premier League. I've only used these for an easier understanding, right? An easier to understand model or basis so that when we are updating it next, it's easier to follow up. So we have Chelsea, so very perfect for that. Manchester City, Newcastle, Everton, Brighton, Bournemouth, West Ham, Crystal Palace, Tottenham, Liverpool. And then of course you have the other section, profitable teams to play straight win or draw in the England Premier League. There is the list. Manchester City win, we expect them to perform well this season and come first. Arsenal win, we expect them to perform well this season and come second. Tottenham win, we expect them to perform well this season and come either third or fourth. Newcastle win or a draw, we're expecting them to finish in top 10. We have Everton win or draw, Palace win or draw, Liverpool win or draw. So when we are talking about the England Premier League, these are perfect candidates to consider for straight winnings, right? These are perfect candidates to consider for straight winnings. I know Chelsea and Manchester United are missing, but that is one thing we will talk about after game week 10, right? For now, I don't want to add them. Yeah, I know they might be potential candidates to back for a win or a draw, but because of their volatility, I'm not going to include them in this list. We want to play it safe, and that is what sports betting is about. Being safe and being in a position to win. So, that is said. In the England Premier League, we also have corners, and when you talk about corners, these are the top teams to play corners and how to play them. For example, Manchester United individual over 4.5 corners. Average corners last season, they had 5.8 in their matches. And the matches in which Manchester United was featuring, the average corner last season was 13. Tottenham, over 4.5 corners scored awarded to Tottenham. We had them averaging 6 last season. Average in their games last season was 12.2. So you see, next time when you see me betting on corners, you must understand that I use this data to form my corner game. So some of you have been asking, MASKEDBETTOR, please, when are you sharing that corner strategy video? When are you sharing that and that? This is it. The secret code to cracking it or nailing the market of corner betting is understanding the averages and having the individual teams that are responsible for high corners in matches and knowing exactly what to expect, which team is going to be having the potential of recording the highest number of corners. And this is it. For England Premier League, you need these and only these. For the next 10 game weeks, you need these, okay? Make it your betting constitution, make it your betting Bible, reference back to it every single time before staking on a match. And as I said, another thing that is important before using this data or before taking into consideration these, understand which team they're playing against, understand where they're playing, understand the tournament, and understand which players are missing, which players have been added. Then and only then will you fully maximize the potential these data comes with, right? Data sets for the corner market in England Premier League. So amazing. So we are done with England Premier League. As I said, the video is simple and easy to follow. We're now in the Spanish La Liga, that is Spain La Liga. Profitable teams to play over 0.5 goals. An amazing one. Last night, my neighbor was complaining that I was making noise, shouting so much at night. I told him, I have to work so that my members can benefit this new football season. So I don't know what they're going to do, but I hope they're going to be considerate because it has just started. Imagine if they're complaining today that, oh, my guy is making noise every single night, recording videos, doing this and that. What will be the outcome when the 38 game weeks are done? I don't want to imagine. Okay, so profitable teams to play over 0.5 goal market in Spanish La Liga. We have Celta Vigo, Sevilla, Leganés, Barcelona, Mallorca, Real Madrid, Real Valladolid, Atletico Madrid, right? And when you look at their streaks, as I say, the streaks is formed up from their last 5 matches they played coming into these. And apart from that, I also considered their performance last season, how many matches they produced over 0.5 goals, how many matches they scored in. So be guaranteed it's safe. It's safe. It's reliable, right? Then the profitable teams to play straight win or a draw in Spanish La Liga, I made it simple. It's a very tricky league. Most of the times we have draws. So Real Madrid win, Celta Vigo win, Mallorca win or a draw, Atletico Madrid win. All right? That is what we're expecting. And then the best teams to play over 1.5 goal games. Now, this is a new category. It wasn't... it is the same category. It is the same category. Later in the video, I will be introducing a different category for the other leagues remaining, right? So, Villarreal, we have Osasuna, we have Real Madrid, we have Atletico Madrid, we have Athletic Club. And then, now, leave that aside. The value is inside here. Last season, Villarreal, Girona, Atletico Madrid, and Barcelona had the highest number of matches involving over 2.5 goals. For Villarreal, 25 over 38. Girona, 24 over 38. Atletico Madrid, 23 over 38. Barcelona, 23 over 38. In terms of percentage, that averages to 63%, right? The number of matches that we can say resulted in over 2.5 goals for these teams I've just mentioned. Villarreal, Girona, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona. So next time you see these teams and you're thinking about over 2.5 goal, you can reference back to these so that you can get proof or some data and statistics to back up your prediction. So, the other selection in the Spanish La Liga. Okay, let me go slow. The top teams to play for the corner market. Real Betis individually over 4.5 corners, an amazing selection. Barcelona over 4.5 corners, Real Madrid over 4.5 corners, Athletic Bilbao over 4.5 corners. There's also their averages per game, how many corners their matches record, and that will allow you bet on the over 7.5, over 8.5, over 10.5 corner market. So the bonus is interesting. Playing Las Palmas matches to produce over 8.5 or over 9.5 corners proved to be valuable last season. And this new season, I'm also expecting that to be the case. Of course, tonight, as I record this video, I shared a game involving Las Palmas over 8.5 corners. There's value in that. The odd is 1.57 at this very point. So I'm positive By the time it plays, it will be a massive green, a massive W. They hold an incredible consistency in recording matches with an average of 9.5 corners. Most of them are attributed to corners awarded to the opponent, right? So they concede so much corners. So that is it. That is it. It is now time to get into the Italy Serie A. And when you go to Italy Serie A, profitable teams to play over 0.5. Now, before I show you that, allow me to share with you the best prediction app, the best live score app, the best app that is going to allow you get this information we're talking about. If you have never used the app known as SofaScore, this is your time to use it. In the video description, I will be leaving a link. In the comment section, I will be leaving a link to get yourself the app. It allowed me to compile this data, and it is one app I've been using since 2019. It is one app I've been using since 2019. I love it so much. Easier to understand, instant notifications about these matches, instant updates in regards to live scores. And apart from that, it allows you to compete against other tipsters and build your prediction level. So get yourself the app. It's important that you have it. Because personally, when I was compiling this data, most of my research was done on the SofaScore app. And moving forward, I want us all to go in unison. As I said, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. It is a new season. Change, change, change. And change begins by adopting and accepting SofaScore to be a part of your day-to-day betting, a part of your, let me say, hour by hour betting if you're betting the whole day. It's important. It's going to save you a lot. So get it. Now back to our Italy Serie A. Now Italy Serie A is an amazing league because most of the matches actually tend to produce plenty goals. And talking about that, profitable teams to play over 0.5 market, it's available. We have the likes of Lazio, Venezia, Genoa, Fiorentina, Milan, Verona, Cagliari. But the profitable teams to play straight win or a draw, I kept it simple. Genoa win or a draw, Fiorentina win or a draw, Milan win or a draw, Lazio win or a draw. So much simple so that we all be in a position to win and cash out easily, right? I need us to focus on this section where we're talking about the over 1.5 goals market, because I realize it is a market many of us are interested in, and it's a market that is available in all the bookies. Now, you can see the data for teams or teams that have their matches ending in over 1.5 goals several times. Atalanta last season, 34 of their games delivered over 1.5. Napoli last season, 30 of their games delivered over 1.5. So that is why I said, Italy Serie A, always known for goals. You can always rely on them to get you the goals. And we talk about last season, Atalanta, Salernitana, Milan were the best teams for matches involving over 2.5. Cagliari and Roma were the best for both teams to score. That is why I said in the other sections, I will be introducing the both teams to score. Because Italy is known for both teams to score. And if I fail to talk about both teams to score, then this video will be or would have been incomplete. So by talking about Cagliari and Roma being in a position to deliver matches with both teams to score, then the video is getting the necessary details, finer details it deserves for it to be a perfect video that will allow you to predict matches perfectly this season. So that is it. You already know what to expect. So these teams, take note of them. You know, it's sports betting. Most of the data we are using this current point to predict these matches are data gotten from the preseason and last season. So that is why I said this video is going to be extremely valuable and important, let me say essential, for the next 5 to 10 game weeks. So the top teams to play corners in Italy Serie A, we had Inter Milan. Okay. Okay. Inter Milan over 4.5 corners. Atalanta over 4.5 corners. Fiorentina over 4.5 corners. At this very point, it's point blank But Italy matches, they always record a low number of corners. Because look at this data. This is the only league where we have 3 matches. And in the bonus section, I've only mentioned Udinese and Cagliari matches involving them averaging 10 and 9.9 corners. So any single time you see Udinese, you see Cagliari, you need to think instantly. MASKEDBETTOR mentioned that this is a team that has a potential of delivering over 10.5 corners, over 9.5 corners, over 8.5 corners. What are the bookies offering? Is the odds valuable, or are the odds valuable? And then you snap it or you jump on it before you lose money. Perfect. Now, we have France Ligue 1, profitable teams to play over goal market. Another interesting league. It always has a lot of upsets, especially when you bet on the favorite, right? You will bet on PSG to win, PSG is thrashed 4-0. You'll bet on Monaco to win, loses 3-1. So going through this, we realize that it's also a league valuable, especially for the goal market. And we have the likes of PSG, Monaco, Auxerre, Nice, Lens, Montpellier, Lille, Reims being the top candidates for games in which they will be scoring over 0.5 goals. And so profitable teams to play straight win or a draw, I never bet on the straight win or a draw in most of the France matches. Why? Because to me, it's a difficult market to predict. And as I said, as sports bettors, specialization is important. So that is why it's blank. It's up to you to fill it out. Which teams do you think are going to be perfect for that? Fill that out, okay? So, best teams to produce over 1.5 goal games. We have PSG, 31/34. Look at that. I said it. Montpellier, 28/34. Strasbourg, 28/34. Reims. So, it's an amazing. The average is 79%. The data contains teams producing 79% to 91%. So, you are guaranteed when you bet on over 1.5 goal market in France Ligue 1, there's always going to be a probability of winning. Now, bonus. Toulouse and Strasbourg were frequent candidates for both teams to score matches. I said that. Sorry for that. Toulouse, 21/34. That was 62% of their matches, delivering both teams to score. Strasbourg, 22/34 of their matches, delivering both teams to score. So, over 0.5 goals in the first half seems to be a common outcome in France Ligue 1, averaging 67%. So I went ahead and included a further section in this very France Ligue 1, which games or which teams love scoring in first half. We have PSG. Last season, 34 matches played, 26 of them, they scored in first half. Monaco, 25/34. Lille, 25/34. So that is it. It's basically an amazing league for over 0.5 goals to be scored in first half. And any single time you will be thinking about that, remember this data. Master it, save it somewhere, come back, watch the video, save the data, okay? Now we have the top teams to play corners in France Ligue 1, right? We have Reims over 4.5 corners. Once again, France doesn't seem to be providing a high number of corners in their matches, okay? The only bonus that was there to me that looks valuable and juicy is consider matches involving Nantes for an average of 9.9 corners. So any game involving Nantes in France Ligue 1, you must always consider it for the over corner market after considering the opponent and the factors affecting that game. And the factors affecting the game is, where are they playing? Are they at home or away? Are they playing against a top team in the table or the lower team in the table? And of course, so the first time I'm saying this, you're lucky enough if you're still around. Many times when you look at the corner market, you've been asking yourself, MASKEDBETTOR, why are you able to bet on a league known as Japan, Kuwait, and be in a position to predict corners correctly, right? So this is an exclusive one. In a league, we will possibly have 20 teams. So there's a top 5, there's a top 10, there's the bottom 10, there's the bottom 20, right? I mean, bottom 10, bottom 5. So, if the two teams playing against each other both happen to be falling in the top 5 of the table, then that is a perfect game to consider for the over corner market, especially over 8.5, over 9.5. And in other scenarios, if you really feel pressed that you want to back a corner over market, then ensure that they are both located in the bottom part of the table, bottom 5. I do not love going for the ones in the bottom 5 because they are volatile. Today they win, tomorrow they lose. But the ones in top 5 will always deliver. So that is it. That is it. Important to take note of who they're playing against. And after that, take note of the players available, players important for scoring goals, the wingers, those things. And if you're asking yourself where you get that data, it's a site known as Sports Mall. Sports Mall. SPORTSMOLE. Sports Mall. They always provide the data. They'll give you on a silver platter. It's like they're feeding you. They'll tell you who is missing, this and that. And after that, they'll also give you potential scorelines. An amazing site. Lovely site. Lovely site. Okay? So, congratulations for getting that exclusive part. So, Germany Bundesliga, profitable teams to play over 0.5 goal. Now, Germany, we don't even need to talk much. Germany is like the heaven of goals. It's always raining goals. It's always raining goals. It is like a garden that is filled with beautiful flowers. So the bees and the butterflies are attracted to the garden. So when I look at Germany Bundesliga, I perceive Germany Bundesliga to be an amazing garden filled with blossoming, attractive flowers. And when I look at the goals are the butterflies and the bees. They'll always be there. So just look at this table. Profitable teams to play over 0.5 goal market. Borussia Mönchengladbach over 0.5 goals. Leipzig, it's so much. Now, profitable teams to play straight win or a draw. This is where it gets interesting. Leipzig win. I know them. When they're playing away, try avoid them. But when they're at home, they are a solid candidate. Stuttgart win or a draw. Lovely one. Mainz win or a draw. Lovely one. Dortmund win or a draw. Lovely one. Bayern Munich win. So you can you can change them, right? From win to draw, from draw to win, just by going through the opponent they're playing against and the very competition they're playing under, right? That is what is important to take note of. And then we go for the teams that are likely to deliver matches with over 1.5 goal games. We have Hoffenheim. Look at last season. They delivered 34/34. No. It wasn't 34/34. It was a 97%. I'll need to correct this one. That was an error from my side. But they had a 97%, so we'll calculate that. And then we had Stuttgart it's Stuttgart game. Stuttgart had 91%, 31/34. Bayern Leverkusen, 31/34. Augsburg, 30/34. So, they have the highest percentages for over 1.5 goal games. The ones I've mentioned, all of them delivered 88%, right? So last season, Bayern Munich, Hoffenheim, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Bayer Leverkusen, and Stuttgart were the best teams for games involving over 2.5 goals. So anytime this season you see Bayern Munich, Hoffenheim, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Bayer Leverkusen, Stuttgart, especially these earlier game weeks, and you have a feeling that there's going to be goals, I want you to back the goal market confidently because there are candidates that are fit for that. Now, Hoffenheim, Borussia, Mönchengladbach, Bochum, and Heidenheim were the best for both teams to score games. And by the way, in case you're wondering, the odds for the both teams to score in Germany Bundesliga averages between 1.3 to 1.5. For the over market, it will be fluctuating depending on the teams playing and the complexity of the game. Over 0.5 goals in first half seems to be an expected outcome in Germany Bundesliga. 79% of the matches gave us that. 79% on average when we factor in the matches and the teams that I've highlighted in the table. Hoffenheim. Look at these. Look at these. Last season, 34 games played, 31 of them recorded over 0.5 goals in first half. Dortmund last season, halftime, they had their matches, 28 of them delivering over 0.5 goals. So when you look at Hoffenheim, when you look at Wolfsburg, when you look at Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Augsburg, Frankfurt, Heidenheim, Dortmund, when they will be playing this season, and you think they're going to be plenty goals, and the odds for the over market are not valuable, you can consider their matches for over 0.5 goals in first half, because they will actually result in that easily. Okay? And finally, we go through the teams to play the corner market in Germany Bundesliga. Okay? Köln over 4.5 corners, they average 5.2. Dortmund over 4.5 corners, they average 5. And the average per game means that, for example, for Dortmund, as I explained earlier on, games involving Dortmund will average 10 corners. Bayern Munich games involving them will average 9.2. Leipzig games involving them will average 9.7. Heidenheim games involving them will average 9.9. Bayer Leverkusen games involving them will average 10. That is important. So, just a bonus, because these teams individually, they don't record a high number of corners, but matches involving them record a high number of corners. Bochum and Köln averaged 10.5 and 11 corners respectively last season. So this season, when you see Bochum and Köln playing somewhere, please consider these. So, Bochum are suitable for corners against, right? Actually, that is the corners that their opponent gets. The average, the away teams, when they play Bochum, not the away teams, the opponents playing Bochum will always get it easier to be awarded corners. Bremen, on the other side, they're also amazing. That was respectively for these. Hoffenheim is also good for corners against, right? Averaging 5.5. So all this is important if you want to be better in predicting sports this season. And as I said, by listening to me till this very point, one thing is important, right? You need to get yourself the SofaScore prediction app. There's a link in the video description, because at the end of the day, the only way you will be able to get a record, or you will be able to stay up to date with missing players, with the nature of the game, with their last performances, is only through the SofaScore app. It's a prediction app. It is a live score app. It is an app for sports bettors. It is an app that has a community, a lovely community that you want to be a part of. Personally, I do love it. And as I said, since 2019, I have been a loyal and a proud member of the SofaScore community, because it's amazing and thrilling. So back to our strategy, back to our content. I want to show you one last thing before we come to the end of this video. So let me switch to the studio mode. I will need to upload some files. I will need to upload one file for you, okay? So I'm switching to the studio mode. As I switch to the studio mode, please ensure you are subscribing, turning on notifications, and liking this very video, okay? Oh, nice. I never knew that this day was gonna come. So glad it came. So there we cut to it. Perfect. So exit studio mode. So here we are. Video capture. Oh, nice. So on my screen, you can see this is a sample of the bets that I placed yesterday. Now, the new season has begun. Now, at the end of the day, as a sports bettor, you must ask yourself one question. Do you want to win, or do you want to lose? The only way to win in sports betting consistently is by having a pattern that is easier to follow back to back. And to me, the reason why I'm able to win and make profit of sports betting is because my pattern is simple and it doesn't involve so much greed. Now, using the data I have shared you're supposed to be able to come up with such bet slips. For example, yesterday we had 2 Spanish La Liga games playing, and I know very well Athletic Bilbao are good candidates for over 4.5 corner games. I staked on Athletic Bilbao over 3.5 corners. I also knew real Bettors individually, their corners per game average 5, so I went for over 3.5 corners. And you can see it was a massive cash out for this very bet slip. So if you're asking yourself how you're supposed to use these matches to win, the secret is in going for the best candidates in a day. Which candidates you think are going to give you the very outcome you desire? I love the corner market. I love the over 1.5 market. And an example of the over 1.5 market is as follows. Yesterday, we also had the Spain La Liga games, all right? I knew Athletic Bilbao games and Getafe games, using the data I shared you, are good candidates for over 1.5 goals, so I used that to make my prediction. At the same time, I also understood that Real Betis vs Girona games has a high likelihood of delivering a high number of corners, and I think it is something I wrote within the video. So let me scroll and show you that. I knew that. As you can see that those were the averages for the corners, and that is why I was so confident backing these games for corners yesterday. So using the data is simple. You only need to avoid greed, and you need to be reasonable. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. Do not let greed cloud your judgment this season. I know we all desire to win the big odds. I know it is our ultimate dream to cash out on the massive accumulators, but there is a higher risk attached to such games, and consistency isn't guaranteed. But using the data I've shared you are able to get yourself an amazing level of consistency that will let you predict sports, let you predict football better than 99% of football bettors. Now that is it, guys. Moving forward, as I said, I will be sharing part 2 after the 10th game week has played, giving you an updated version of this chart. So please subscribe, turn on notifications, like the video, and my final request, as you leave to go to your respective places, please share this video to a friend. It took me a lot of time. I had recorded it initially. I had to redo it again because it wasn't making sense to me how the head it was. That is why I delayed sharing it. But at the end of the day, I'm so glad it's out and everyone is going to benefit. And we all pray for an amazing 2024-2025 football season. Football betting is all about probability. It's all about having an angle. I've shared you an angle, and I believe using my angle, you will be able to predict the way I do perfectly. Good luck. All the best. Thank you for listening to me without going away till this very last moment. With that, it is my ultimate pleasure to say that the video has officially ended. Bye-bye. Love you.